maybe a standout that you saw this week? Who's on the top of that list now?
Well, I mean, again, when I went into the waiver wire after the first week, it was very picked over. I mean, there weren't any guys that were diamonds in the rough just waiting to start. And now because of these injuries, it really hasn't allowed too many people to really rise to the top and take over that RB1 role. You are having even more committees now. So when you look at what D'Angelo Williams is doing for Pittsburgh, when you see what David Johnson is doing for Arizona, those guys' value in fantasy football is so far ahead of any wide receiver right now because you can't find that type of production around the league after you bounce out maybe outside the top 6, top 7 running backs right now. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, 20 touches per week. David Johnson, the same. D'Angelo Williams until Le'Veon Bell comes back. And then that turns into a committee. So the guys that are going to be the guys to look at on the waiver wire are Dwayne Washington, are Jerick McKinnon. They are just these rentals that we are using in these committees because not anybody has really taken the reins and said, we're the RB1 here, like David Johnson, like D'Angelo Williams, like even Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. I mean, down in Carolina, Jonathan Stewart's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. And now you got Fozzie Whitaker, a familiar name, Cameron Artis-Payne, and we'll see if that works out. And then Mike Tolbert, the old bowling ball, might fall in the end zone. And then in Tampa Bay, one other one. Doug Martin's out an indefinite amount of time, maybe 2-3 games. So they're starting Charles Sims, who's a PPR value play. I think he'll get plugged into a lot of lineups this week. But their RB2 is Jaquiz Rodgers, who's bounced around the league the last 4 or 5 years.